Welcome back to the Mountain Weekend Show, coming to you from the Heber Valley. In fact, it's the edge of the Heber Valley, the one closest to Park City where we are right now. It's the Back 40 Ranch House Grill. I'm joined by Gary Wolfarth, who is the owner of the establishment. What a terrific place you've got right here.
Well, thank you very much.
The history of this is something by itself that really sets it apart here in Heber.
Yes, this was an old bar for 70 plus years. That they took a ranch house located near the highway, and it had been run down and beaten up over the years, and we got it in May of 2015 and put a 7-month sweat and blood remodel into it, tearing it apart, me and my family, and then building it back up to a family-style restaurant.
Yeah, you really did. I mean, I remember this place as being a very smoke-filled room. Nothing like that now. It is very much about the wonderful food and dining and tremendous views of the Heber Valley.
Yeah, they had no windows. There were actually 2 little windows across the back of it, and these trees were growing to the ground. You couldn't even see the mountains. And I don't know that they ever really wanted to see outside when it was the bar, but that was the first thing we noticed, was just the uniqueness of the location and what it lended to the farm table concept we were trying to bring to the restaurant.
Well, it definitely lends to the farm table concept, because as you look out that window, you can see the farm where the cattle are raised that we're going to enjoy here in a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. We buy all our cows, whole cows, from a local rancher. We buy them every month. We have our planned slaughter and butcher dates, and it's not as easy as just ordering a case of beef for tomorrow. So there's some timing and legwork that goes into making it all work, but we use all of the meat in all of our meat products comes from these local grass-fed, not certified organic, but I know every cow that we get. So
the grass-fed beef is a much different taste than a lot of people recognize. It reminds me of what meat tasted like when I was a kid, the way it should taste.
Yeah, and it's a lot different than when you go buy a steak from the stores. Not to downplay any of that, but knowing your food, right? Knowing exactly what's in it, knowing those relationships with the people who are actually raising it and putting their hard work into it transfers to the plate a lot better than buying a wrapped piece of anything and just throwing it on a plate and selling it. So it helps.
I am excited about what we have surrounding us here on the table, because there are some new items. You've got a new menu that officially comes out today.
Yep, tonight is our first offering of the new items. We haven't taken anything off the old menu. We just added some more comfort items where we could help use some of the local meat, the meatloaf there, and then also vegetarian lasagna, which is a new dish, to more vegetarian options, so.
You said comfort food. Meatloaf definitely comes up as a comfort food. It does look an awful lot like our mom's, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nap after included, so.
Right. Yeah, well, that's what food should taste like. It should taste like you remember the best days with your family, and I'm certainly excited about this. This looks like we're sitting around a family table ready to have one heck of a good meal. Let's talk about some of the mainstays of the Back 40 Ranch House Grill. This is certainly one of the first that people order right when they walk in the door.
Yeah, we sell a lot of the charred onion dip. It's our house-made potato chips fried, and then we char the onions and make more of like a French onion type dip. But we sell a lot of those as an appetizer. Great family pasta app. People buy a lot of those.
So definitely a really good way to get started right here as you're looking through that menu, getting the idea of what might make your mouth water tonight as you start a meal. One thing that we know that stands out and stands up actually as well is the burger that's named after this place.
Yeah, that's our Back 40 burger. We take a lot of pride in that. It's one of our signature dishes. Again, we take the local stance on this. It's our local beef, of course. It's served on an organic bun that's baked locally. Heber Valley cheese, which is all non-GMO, organic as well. Hand-cut French fries. We didn't spare anything on that burger, so it's one of our faves for sure.
Even the cheese is from our very own backyard right here in the Heber Valley.
Yeah, it's about a quarter mile as a crow flies right over those trees over there. So.
You got to feel really good about knowing where things are coming from. When we talk farm to table, we really mean it right here. Of course, I am pretty excited about going a little maybe Mexican style here. Talk about some of the new items in the menu, and we'll start with this one.
Oh, that's our green chili enchiladas, tomatilla salsa, chicken, corn tortillas. Again, we buy our tortillas from Ranchito Market. Drunken beans, which are beer-soaked pinto beans, and then we cook the alcohol out. But it's kind of a tradition where I grew up. One of my home dishes that we brought to the table, and hopefully it'll be a winner like everything else.
That is excellent. I'm really looking forward to that. But I got to be honest, I'm feeling like going back home right now, especially with Mario's meatloaf.
That's as traditional as it gets right there. Our new chef, Mario, Aguirre comes to us from Real White. He's been with them for over 15 years, but he gets the use of the local beef and utilizing the whole animal, which can be very difficult. So that's his own recipe on that meatloaf, but it looks like it came from grandmother's kitchen right there.
Indeed, and he looks like he added a little bit of flair to the corn as well. Wow, it looks so tasty.
Yeah, I think that's going to be, we ran it for a special a lot, and we've had a lot of requests to put it on the menu, so there she sits. She's on.
I can see why. Now over here we've got some shrimp. You guys have started preparing that with a really nice aioli. Talk about that.
So it's country fried shrimp. It's basically the same fried process that we do our fried chicken with, our chicken fingers. It's got a little Parmesan cheese over the top, and it's served with a chipotle aioli, not very spicy.
Yeah, but a chipotle aioli, that's the way to go. A little bit of that flair to everything on the menu. The lasagna has got to be special as well, I'm sure.
Well, we were looking for more vegetarian dishes for everybody. We're not just meat and potatoes, so that's a very substantial. It's a large portion. It's got spinach, zucchini, tomatoes. It's got a carrot marinara sauce that we all make in-house, fresh daily. No cans in this place. Everything's fresh. So
yeah, I haven't seen a can in here, and I can see why, because as we said, it's really about making it fresh, preparing it from scratch, and of course getting it right here from the farm. This location is impressive because of that, for the fact that as you look out there, you see the mountains, you see the farm, and then with the cold and the snow, we added one more addition to the place, and that I'm really excited about. Right behind us, the yurt.
Yeah, that was a new addition. We needed a little extra seating for overflow, and it kind of turned into eclectic rustic. I mean, people are just flipping out over the thing. It's a tent, but it's, we heat it up, and it's very cozy. It's a lot quieter in there because it doesn't have the hard bouncy noises that come from the restaurant. And then we also do private parties out in that as well.
Well, it looks like it's going to be tremendous. We're going to go check that out. But before we do, of course, we're going to take a bite of each of these items. We've got some great stuff in front of us, a good drink as well.
Yeah, that's our Margarita. Again, we make all of our mixes in-house. It's just nothing but lime juice, simple syrup, which is sugar water, but fresh lime juice and sugar water. And we make that here as well.
Of course, I've been working on the hot cocoa. We've got a lot to eat and a lot to drink. We've got more here on the Mountain Weekend Show as we step out to the yurt next here on Park City Television. I am thrilled to be joined again by Gary Wolfarth, and this is a particularly cool addition you've made to the restaurant. It's a temporary addition, but wow, is this neat.
Yeah, we thought it'd be pretty special. We needed some overflow seating, and we took advantage of our deck that we normally fill up and seat in the summertime. So we did a little non-conforming temporary yurt out here that we can put about an additional 32 people in during our compaction time. So we open it up during the weekends as well as for private parties.
Well, it may be non-conforming, but it certainly conforms to cool. This is a really neat atmosphere in here. You guys could have some really great private parties and what have you.
Yeah, like I said, right now it's just we're seeing what we can get out of it. It's only been open for a couple of weeks, but we've had a great response. People have already been calling, seeing if they can book it for privates. So it's taken off really well. I'm surprised.
Indeed. Well, certainly it's catering to a certain clientele. Another thing that you do catering to other clientele, I didn't know this, but gluten-free.
Yeah, we take it very seriously, the celiac and the gluten-free allergies that are ever present in all of our foods. My wife is gluten-free, so everything we do on the menu can be done except for the fried chicken, of course, and the lasagna gluten-free. We have gluten-free local baked buns and bread that you can substitute for any of our items. All our corn tortillas are gluten-free. 90% of the menu can be done gluten-free.
Wow, it's not easy to find a gluten-free bun, but you have. It's locally sourced. Same with the bread. What haven't you found for this place? It's amazing.
I don't know yet.
I got to tell you, we have had so much fun here and such a great dining experience. This place is very, very special, as are the desserts. I got to talk about those for a minute. So what's on the dessert menu?
Oh, we have our traditional grandma's peach cobbler, which is cake style, peaches on the bottom, cake topping, ice cream on the top. We have a Berry Betty, which is blackberry, boysenberry, blueberries, toasted oats on the top, vanilla ice cream. We have an oatmeal stout cookie ice cream sandwich with a caramel dipping sauce, and then we do a triple chocolate brownie with ice cream and caramel. And those last two are also baked by our local Wheatos Bakery, all organic.
Wow. Well, there's certainly a lot of people in Park City that are embracing that gluten-free lifestyle, and frankly, this isn't very far to come to enjoy great food that is gluten-free.
Yeah, we're actually only located about 15 minutes from Park City. That's what it takes me to get here every day from work, so it's not a bad drive, and we have plenty of plenty of parking, and it's get a little bit out of the hustle bustle of Park City.
You know what else I like too? The prices. The prices here are a lot less than in Park City too for really, really good food. This is a place to bring your family.
Yeah, we were looking at that fair value, price per perception, what you're getting on your plate, when you leave. And we want people to leave feeling satisfied with what they've paid for the fresh food that we provide. So
great atmosphere, great service, and tremendous food. It's all right here at the Back 40 Ranch House Grill, only about 15 minutes from Park City. That is a small price to pay to come out and enjoy a really great meal with your family here in the yurt or in the dining room. What a great time we've had. Thank you so very much for having us here, Gary.
Oh, thanks for showing up. We appreciate it.
We got a lot more coming up here on the Mountain Weekend Show right after these messages.